So guys, the rate of technological advancement right now in the world is something we've never seen before, and I'm trying my absolute best to stay on top of it, studying every single AI tool possible. And I've come to a conclusion that every single Thursday, starting today, 4/20/2023, we're gonna make an episode every single Thursday to catch you guys up on the advancements in the AI world. And today we have about 6 or 7 crazy next level advancements from either new companies or updates from existing companies that I've already spoken about on this channel. Kind of gonna freestyle it in this video because of how new some of these advancements are, but I'm excited to break it all down for you. So like and subscribe and let's get into it. So first up, a pre-existing tool called youve, which is like a music application, came out with an insane text to music sync. And basically what this does is you can describe the setting of your video, and for example, this is a tech-based video, and you can actually sync that up exactly to your videos now, and that is more seamless than anything I've spoken about before. So youve definitely takes the crown for video to music syncing. Next up, guys, we have the Elon versus Bill Gates war. This is a much deeper story than what I'm going to talk about today, but basically what's going on, guys, is Elon bought 10,000 GPUs, started X.AI because OpenAI is not really open anymore, and that's basically because Bill Gates paid OpenAI 30 billion or something along the lines of that to go private and start making money from their company. And that's not what Elon wanted at all, because he's scared of what can happen with AI. It's pretty funny because recently Elon was saying he wants everyone to pause working on AI, and then he goes and buys 10,000 GPUs. So obviously he's just trying to catch up, but I'm here to support him at the end of the day because I think Bill Gates is kind of scary. But we'll get into that a little later, because this leads us to our next topic, which is just tech giants in general are basically at war as we speak right now, and it's basically a war in a race in AI. The problem is they don't care if it results in the world ending. So but next up, guys, is another industry that's in some deep waters right now, and that's the music industry due to AI, especially hip-hop as of right now. Like, I'm gonna throw up some songs right now by Drake.
They try to sentence me on pay, the winner's cold. Where I'm from, we had them tenant key. I swear that pussy told. No, it's not that nigga dead to me. I got it on my own. I came in with my ex, like Selena, the flex. Bumping Justin Bieber, the fit.
This shit is crazy. Like, this song is actually amazing. You got any type of rapper you want, and it's spilling over into any type of genre. There's a lot of artists getting upset about this, and rightfully so, and there's a huge discussion that needs to happen about the morals and ethics about this. I think it's dope, and I think the music that's being created is awesome, but at the end of the day, I don't know if this is a good thing. Next up, guys, health is changing fast. There's been stories about a lady catching breast cancer early. There's been stories about a dog catching his own disease early because of Chat GPT 4. There's been a lot of stories along those lines, but now home medication is going to be able to take it to the next level. No more Googling and getting terrified that a scratch in your arm is going to result in you turning into a zombie, because now with Glass AI, you basically have a doctor as your personal assistant at all times. Let me explain. So basically what the creator of this AI did was a doctor himself, and was able to compile all the information of the world basically into this bot and self-train it about all the medication and all the different practices there are currently in the world, and is constantly updating itself. And so whenever you input whatever's happening to you or any side effect that's happening to someone else, it'll be able to break down exactly what it thinks the next precautionary steps are. And I think that's insane, especially for like a third world country, guys, if you were to think about it now, because you couldn't afford a real like physical person, but now if you just have one computer in a country, literally one computer, you should be all right. All right, guys, switching into gaming, and this is fucked. We're talking about this thing called nerfs, and no, I'm not talking about the little toy gun that kids play with. I'm talking about some next level tech. It's called a neural radiance field, and it's a fully connected neural network that can generate novel views of complex 3D scenes based on a partial set of 2D images. And in simple English, it's grabbing images and turning it into 3D in a better way than your 360 cameras used to do so for like home tours and stuff. And what's kind of crazy about this is not just nerfs, but what is coming from nerfs, which are called zip nerfs. And basically what that is imagine being able to grab a moment in real time, but instead of it being a picture, it's a 3D experience. And so like imagine like a game winner, a Michael Jordan hitting a step back for the win back in 1985, but now you can kind of view it from every perspective there is in the stadium because everyone was using their camera, and then you can use all of those photos to turn it into a 3D kind of neural net. There's a billion different ways that you can use this, but for the gaming world, it's pretty nuts because now there's a plugin for or Luma Labs, for example, where you can literally turn your 3D environments into video games without knowing how to code at all. Any environment that you think is cool on the planet, either yourself or anyone else can just film it and then turn it into a map. Meta, aka old Facebook, has actually been rolling up some pretty cool stuff. And the first one I want to talk about today is called Segment Anything. And what this is an identifier, or like a vision tool that can actually identify all the different objects in any 2D or 3D image. This AI tool will actually be able to identify and actually separate it from the image itself. And also what Meta is coming out with is called Dino, and their version 2 is something that caught my attention. And what it is state-of-the-art computer vision with a self-supervised learning model, meaning you don't need to fine-tune it, and they have an open source code. I didn't think Zucks was actually going to be for the people, but he's coming out with things that you can actually grab and implement and drag and drop into what you're building today. And you know, for the gaming world, again, you can literally film yourself doing certain actions like dunking a basketball, shooting a gun, parachuting, I don't know, anything. And you can then turn that into, you know, a movement pattern that your character has in a video game. So it's I don't know, the possibilities are endless in the gaming world as of right now. And lastly, guys, video editing, which is my home ground, because we're bringing it home all the way to Adobe Premiere Pro, because Firefly, guys, is about to change the game, guys. Like, it's still about to change the video editing game forever. It's not no more 2-hour editing, no more 10-hour editing, no more 2-day editing. These new updates with Adobe Firefly are really, really exciting. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is that off of your transcript, it can create audio for the background. So let's say you're talking about walking on a beach, it can create audio of the waves. Or let's say you're talking about putting on your shoes, it'll create B-roll of some character putting on their shoes. Or if you want the audio of like a city environment, it'll put that audio city environment. It'll basically do whatever you want. And the most exciting feature that they have right now is the B-roll feature, because off of your entire transcript, it can give you an entire video in return. I can't put into words how valuable that is. Like, imagine not having to create B-roll. It's insane. But obviously it's not going to be perfect when it first comes out, but I really don't care. I'm so excited to get my hands on it. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm getting my feet wet and everything as I speak about it, so it's really, really tough. So if you do want me to go more in depth about any of these topics, please let me know in the comment section below. Without further ado, guys, it's your boy KB, and have a good one.